Welcome to Sports in 2021 season finale. What a year it's been, Lawrence. Yeah. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go for Christmas. I'm done.
No, I gotta say,
I'm done.
I was just looking at our rundown.
Oh yeah.
45th, huh?
So this is the special.
Okay.
So 1 hour special.
1 hour. Wow.
We just have to accommodate for some more sports for the year, and then we're done. That's it. In the next hour, you'll be seeing the likes of surfing, doing the EA in review.
Yep.
We will also feature the National Sports Policy launch.
Yeah.
We have AFL coming on as well, swimming, and of course, Matthew Church, who has been joining Lawrence for the whole year on Zoom. Finally.
Yeah.
Finally saw the studio.
Man, I gotta say, like, you know, we chat on Zoom week in and week out, and you know, when we saw each other, it's as if we knew each other. You know, we're just chatting away until you gave us a time limit.
I know. I just had to walk in and say, okay, well, that's coming up. But all of these interviews were pre-recorded throughout the last couple of days because, you know, we couldn't cater for all of that in a half an hour show. We decided, why don't we go 1 hour, give everyone time to talk. So that's that. Lawrence, anything else before we go into our highlights for this year?
No, look, it's been a challenge in 2022, and I guess that's what most of the sports said, especially the last two to 3 months with the lockdown and the new measures. But all in all, I think sports has been able to thrive and you know, just look outside the box, and looking forward to 2022.
Yeah. And that's something here on Sports Scene, the production of Sports Scene. We've been challenged with COVID-19 as well, content gathering as well, and we've had to, you know, look outside the box as well. And it's been 45 weeks of talking to you every week.
Dini, I was going to ask, you got a red nose too, or no? I mean, that's.
I was gonna do something about the nose, but like in case they don't recognize me.
Okay, no worries. I just thought of that.
Moving on. That was an attack. Anyway, moving on. We have snippets of highlights on Sports Scene this year. Let's take a look.
Look, on behalf of all of us here at Sports Scene, EMTV, and the rest of Papua New Guinea, we want to wish you all the best. Really proud of. You know, making it into the World Cup. Still have a long way to go to actually get to that first game, and I'm sure preparation is key. It's been 2 years, so you know, what's a couple of weeks? What's your aim for the national schools? Like, what do we want to sort of achieve from this as a pathway through to the next sort of step within the country?
I guess we do. We actually wanted to make sure that we produce good kids with good values, and you know, values of respecting people around them in their communities, and also making sure that we have you know, brighter kids that can help you know, contribute positively to the country itself.
Justin Olam, who is with us via Zoom this evening, and I got to say a big thank you to NASFAN for organizing this. Thank you so much, Justin. Dalian Center of the Year. Wow, very good night to you, bro, and thank you very much for joining us on Sports Scene.
Good night.
Tell in the final 10 meters there, neck and neck, stroke for stroke. It looks as though the strength is with Maori. Not the best of finishes, but she manages to take the touch. Maori of Papua New Guinea stopping the clock, all smiles, 25.56.
No, well, yeah, we shouldn't have been relying on him to miss that to win that game of footy. We played really well for about 13 to 15 minutes, and then after that point, yeah, we just went away from everything that we tried to do in the game or tried to implement. So, yeah, I learned, and thankfully we didn't learn it the hard way.
Yeah, no, that's very true. Very good that you got the win. Okay.
Faced in 2021, but going back to the beginning of the year, we came out from suspension of 3 years suspension, and then we were restricted, but we came out after 5 months, and that's an achievement for PNG football as a whole, and also football stakeholders in the country.
It is a great loss to this country. As I grew up as a young boy, and going to primary schools in the early 70s, I hear the Prime Minister that brought independence to this country, and being a first politician, a person that as a great vision of this country when people didn't believe that he would take this nation and bring independence.
We honour and pay tribute to a remarkable man, Grand Chief Sir Michael Somare, the father of our nation, one of the greatest men that ever lived and walked our land.
We express our sincere condolences to Lady Veronica and the Somare family on the passing of our first ever Grand Chief, Sir Michael Somare. We also acknowledge and honour the visionary and strong leadership of our Grand Chief, not only in Papua New Guinea, but regionally and the world.
All right, so I won't take up much time. We have all this great lineup. We have surfing coming up next. So Andy Abel, the chat with Lawrence, is up next. Stay with us.
All right, good night, everyone. We are talking surfing with the president of SAPNG, Mr. Andy Abel, who's kind enough to join us here tonight. Andy, good night and thanks for joining us.
Good evening, Lawrence, and thank you for having me. Thank you.
Okay, well, surfing, how's it been? We've been doing reviews with sports in general, and obviously the general consensus is COVID, and we haven't really done much. How's surfing PNG been for you? Yeah,
32 years on, Lawrence. You know, the Surfing Association of Papua New Guinea has evolved into a sport that also has a tourism element. Absolutely. Running in parallel.
Absolutely.
You know, we've created a multi-million kina industry, and we've developed the sport in partnership with our traditional resource custodians all around the country. We have 11 clubs. We've just recently opened up the Papua Island Surf Club in central Bougainville on Papua Island with the support of Speaker of the Bougainville Parliament, Simon Pintanu, and his daughter, Laurel. And so, yeah, we're charging along, and unfortunately, COVID has put a dampener on the whole surf tourism industry.
Yeah, absolutely.
However, the sport of surfing is thriving, and I'm proud to say that we're seeing the emergence of more women taking up the sport, which is enshrined in our Surfing Association Constitution, and you know, consistent with the preamble of our national constitution.
Absolutely. Now, Andy, just on world surfing and the format, you want to just elaborate on you know, how we can get to the world surfing?
Yeah, so it's taken 10 years for Surfing PNG to negotiate with the World Surf League, the Formula One of the surfing world, and we staged the inaugural PNG Kumul World Surf League event in Tapira at Bulgaria, the home of the late Justice Nicholas Kirawam, the patron of Tapira Surf Club. And that was a huge event. It was being live streamed to 120 million people around the world.
Wow.
We had 100 athletes and officials from every different country. The second event is scheduled for KBN, subject to COVID protocols, and it's a 2-week window. We have 1 week of national titles. Of all 11 clubs competing in all divisions, male, female, longboard, shortboard, the senior, masters, right down to the cadets. And out of the national titles, we will then select our 2 automatic wildcard entries in the longboard, male and female, straight through to compete on the world stage.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, just getting onto that, the Blue Water Classic in Vanimo that's coming up. In collaboration with Futsal. I asked Shannon earlier on how it all happened. You're happy with this progress that you're collaborating with another sport?
Absolutely. I think it's a natural evolution of sporting bodies working together as a vehicle to bring about, you know, social and economic development in rural provinces. And Vanimo, of course, is football crazy. And the way I perceive it is based on the Surfing PNG's footprint, our surf management footprint all around the country, including Bougainville. When we have the off-season, which is from April through to November, that's the off-season period. Our surfing season is April, November through to April. This is where these communities all around the country could potentially embrace futsal. So for futsal, the way I perceive it is it's an opportunity for them to ride our wave, so to speak, and capitalise on the relationships that have already been established on the ground with these surfing communities. And so this is a great way through this collaboration for two sports working together in harmony to bring about opportunities to empower our people on the ground, male and female.
Andy, I applaud you and your committee for getting into this collaboration. There's always, you try to run sport as a business, and no, we want the youth, everyone to come to my sport, for you to say, no, hang on, let's work together, and the common goal of just empowering our youths, getting them to play sports rather than do something. So if you don't like surfing, well, futsal's there. If you think you want to try a bit of surfing, then you do that as well. So well done on that. You heading to Vanimo for the Blue Water Classic?
Yeah, Lawrence. Fingers crossed. It is peak period now, and hopefully New Guinea won't bump me off. But I'm hoping a good relationship I have with New Guinea. They'll accommodate me even on the jump seat.
Put you somewhere. They'll put you somewhere. Listen, Andy, thank you so much for coming on the show tonight. I'll give you this last opportunity to thank all your partners and maybe wish everyone a Merry Christmas.
Yeah, thank you, Lawrence. And to all our 11 clubs nationwide, including Bougainville, to all our surfers, male and female, our sponsors, the believers in what we're doing the last 32 years in the pursuit of our dreams and aspirations in contributing to the social and economic development and nation building of Papua New Guinea. Thank you very much, and Merry Christmas to you all.
All right, well, there you go. Andy Abel, the president of the surfing here in Papua New Guinea. We'll take a short time out now, and we'll be back with more on Sports Scene. Welcome to Sports Scene. Tonight we are at the official launching of the Sports Policy 2020 to 2050. The theme of the policy is advancing sports through Papua New Guinea. A range of speakers will be speaking tonight, including Sir John Dauninkura. No need for any introduction to this man, president of the PNG Olympic Committee, and he'll be speaking, as well as the Minister for Sports and also the Prime Minister with his keynote address. We will show you a bit of highlights of that, and then after that I'll go around and check out a few of the people in the crowd to see what they thought of the sports policy launching.
On behalf of the 14 national federations that will be benefiting from the sports policy, we look forward to the funding that will be coming. It will benefit the national federations, which are our key stakeholders, and the athletes and officials that they look after.
It has taken some time, in fact 4 years to complete this document, but this policy review was necessary to capture and embrace the continual evolution of sport over the past 20 years as we venture into the future. This policy is framed to cover the next 30 years. However, it has been designed in such a way that it can be reviewed at 5-year intervals and coincide with the government's medium development plans. This strategy provides us an opportunity to ensure our M&E, monitoring evolution systems and processes are practical and time-bound, and as a result more effective and makes adequate impact and reach.
Sports is right in a mix of tools that can be used to develop our country going forward. That's why when we took office, we didn't leave it on the side. We decided to pack it with the higher education ministry on the basis that it should be seen not just for leisure, fun, and recreation, but more importantly as a viable career option for those who want to choose to go into this path.
Okay, with me is, well, no need for an introduction. It is the headhunter, Stanley Nundex, joining us here. He was part of the invitation list for this very important sports policy launching. Stanley, thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Lori.
All right, now the sports policy, it has been launched. Some very, the keynote address by the Prime Minister, Honorable Wesley Raminai, also spoke. Stanley, we just want your comment on maybe just one takeaway that you saw tonight about the sports policy.
I mean, the policy itself, I would say, it's just unbelievable. It's so much, I would say, satisfying to every sportsman and woman. I mean, as an administrator, not pretty much active in sport, but I think we've been struggling too much in terms of organization, in terms of managing our own athletes and our own organization. I think this is a good platform. It's very much benefiting to the organization itself. And then, national federations, that's a lot of things.
Yeah.
When you're looking at results, when you're looking at developing the athletes from wherever it is to the international. And we are the organization, we are the federations that have been lacking so much of support, government interventions.
Yeah.
Such, I think just the policy itself, I would say we can produce the best results. And I think also not only that, but it also addresses so much of cross-cutting issues in terms of looking sport has working in partnership in terms of the education and in the curriculum. And I think this is amazing.
And with us is one of the commissioners of the PNG Sports Foundation, Mr. Julian Lecker, who's kind enough to join us here tonight. Jules, thank you very much, and congratulations on the launch of the sports policy.
Yeah, it's a great achievement on behalf of the PNG Sports Foundation board and the foundation itself. A great achievement, a long time coming, a few years, 3 years at least. But a lot of effort has been put into it, and we're finally happy that it's been launched tonight.
Okay, so just two questions. The first one about the launch. What did you like about it? I thought the UPNG dancers were pretty good with their choreography.
Yeah, I think it's bringing that flavor, and considering that they're going over to Dubai, I think it's an excellent way to start their journey to Dubai. But I think more importantly for me, the highlight was the students and the kids. I mean, this policy is all about the future generation. It's about the policy being embedded into the school system and building the next generation of good leaders in Papua New Guinea. And to me, the highlight was having those kids appreciate it and talk about it.
Absolutely. Just one takeaway from the sports policy, Julian, if you may. I know you've got the policy at the back of your head, but if you can just give us one takeaway that the viewers can appreciate tonight.
I think the great thing about this policy now is that there is we have and we are building an ecosystem, a sports ecosystem. We have the national federations that are now linked up to the Sports Foundation, and they're part of the government's conversation in sports for development and sports development. And so I think linking all sports, whether it be in rural communities, whether it's high performance, this policy really talks to them, and it really gets them to be part of the conversation. So I think a key takeaway is everybody being engaged at all levels of the community.
No worries, Jules. Listen, thank you so much again for taking time out after the launch. I'll give you this opportunity now to say a big Merry Christmas to all your family and everyone else. I'm sure you'd like to do that.
Thanks, Laurie. On behalf of the PNG Sports Foundation board, on behalf of myself, it's been a great night. I'd like to wish every sporting, the entire sporting fraternity, but all sportsmen and women, children that are part of the sports ecosystem, a very Merry Christmas, and we look forward to having sports back on board in 2022.
All right, good night, everyone. Welcome to Sports Scene. You are watching it right now, right throughout Papua New Guinea. I just want to say a very warm Christmas greetings to you all. Now, AFL time, Australian Football League, as it's been called. Rex Lecker is with us here in the studio. Rex Lecker is the AFL Senior Community Football Manager. Rex, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Lawrence. Thanks for having me tonight.
All right. A review on AFL PNG and how that's fared up. We've done this with a lot of the other codes. We know the pandemic has been a massive hurdle. How's it been for AFL?
Yeah, thanks. I think nearly most of the codes have been going through the COVID protocols and everything that's been happening around the world.
Yeah.
For AFL, we started off a bit late, and we were just about to finish off, especially in here in Port Moresby.
Yeah.
The season was just at 2 games, 2 more round games to go before the finals, and then we had the lockdown. So we've been waiting until when the okay was given. It was too late.
To get everyone back into
get everyone back in. Facilities were all shut down to us too. So yeah.
Okay, no worries about that. But Kimbe was okay. They were able to finish off the tournament, and also in Kepa.
Yes, in Kimbe we launched the season, and straight after we came back, when they were about to start, then the lockdown came in, so they had not run any games there since. In the Central Province, we went as far as Kepa in the Hood Lagoon district, and we launched up there, and they had a 1-round season. Played 7 matches straight into the finals, and then it was a good one out there.
Okay, just for AFL in general, Rex, what's our plans now? With all the COVID restrictions and everything that's happened, what are we looking forward to in 2022, 2023?
Yeah, with moving forward in the senior competitions, it's the 2020 International Cup that was supposed to be held last year. Due to the COVID pandemic. Everything, AFL Australia has pushed everything forward up to 2023. So in 22, we'll be basically having the new selection trials again, championships. And so that's the calendar for next year. And then the selection will end up, maybe straight after September. Then we should have some national championships, some selections, and then trial matches before the final teams have been announced for the games in 2023.
Now we have some exports down in Australia. One name in particular, Ace. He's doing pretty well down south.
Yeah, Ace is attached with the Gold Coast Suns.
Yep.
He's done very well. He's picked up a lot. Hopefully, in the new year, we're hoping that he breaks through the top ranks to get into the
Wow.
So he's just hanging in there.
He's just literally just at the the border of getting into the main squad.
Yes, correct. So he's actually done extremely well, for himself at training, taking care of himself and stuff. So. Just doing all the right things to get up there.
All right, that was Rex Lecker from AFL PNG there. Our next interview is with Liz Wells from Swimming Federation.
All right, welcome back to Sports Scene. It is time now to talk some swimming via Zoom with the president of the PNG Swimming Inc. or Papua New Guinea Swimming Inc., Liz Wells, who joins us via Zoom here tonight. Hey Liz, how are you today?
Hi. I'm very good, thank you. And yourself?
Yes, very good. Liz, I can see that you're a bit red. Is that due to you being outdoors for a while? This last couple of days or weeks?
Yeah, I've been walking around the yacht club for the past week, for the past 6 months, every day, just to get some exercise.
Yeah, well, it seems like we're just sort of stuck in our own bubble, so we need to do those things. Liz, the idea of us talking via Zoom today and also talking to all sports over the last couple of weeks is just getting a recap of 2021. It would have been, or it is challenging. That's sort of the what we're getting out in sports in general. So yeah, we just wanted your take on this. How's swimming been so far?
Well, 2020 and 21 have been very disruptive for swimming in the country, not so outside in Australia where some of our athletes are training. We're finding it, we're a little bit concerned about the next year, 2022, because we've got some major competitions coming up.
Yeah.
And we just don't have any training facilities or pools at the moment. And we understand why we haven't. So
Yeah, sure, no worries. I'm sure it's a hard one to go by, but yeah, just on just on the venue, have you got any sort of idea as to when swimming can get back back to the aquatic center?
yeah, we hope so.
Okay, just for 2022, you elaborated a bit on it. If your training venue and everything goes as to plan, what's in store for PNG Swimming Inc. in 2022?
We do have, I think there's 4 major competitions. We have the FINA World Championships, which will be held in Fukuoka, Japan in May. We have the Commonwealth Games, where we have 2 athletes training in Australia, or 4 athletes training, I'm sorry, in Australia for this event.
Yep.
We also have the FINA World Championships, which will be held in December in Kazan in Russia. And we're also trying to coordinate the Oceania Championships to be held in Fiji or New Zealand or Australia late next year. So there are a lot of competitions. We've got our national championships, the Theatist and the TNT national championships next year, but it's getting our athletes back in the pool to train for these events. We do have some athletes training at the moment at the Aviate, but they're privately being trained privately with our coaches. But it's very upsetting for our younger ones that are coming through that we're looking for them for 2023, and they can't train at the moment.
Yeah. For the mini games next year, Northern Marianas, will there be any swimming there or no?
No, swimming's not taking part in that.
Okay. Okay. All good. So it's a pretty full-on calendar for 2022, and touch wood, in terms of pandemic, we can be able to. Well, we've got to live with it, huh? We've got to sort of, this is what's happened now, and we just got to adjust and keep moving forward.
Yeah, our coaches are all vaccinated, and most of our parents are being vaccinated. So it's just staying safe at the moment, because we don't hear much about what's happening or about the pandemic, but we do know it's here. But it's just everyone staying safe, keeping our athletes safe in country, and hopefully, fingers crossed, that we'll be able to commence training again early next year.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Good to see you still smiling. Keep walking, and hopefully the swimming, hopefully the swimming gets back on the calendar, and we can see a lot more swimming action next year.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, there we go. That's Liz Wells, the president of the PNG Swimming Inc. Via Zoom tonight. We'll take a short time out on Sports Scene, and we'll be back with more. All right, welcome back to Sports Scene. You are watching it right now, right throughout Papua New Guinea. A very Merry Christmas to you. Now, over the course of Sports Scene right throughout this season, we've always had a Zoom chat with Matthew Church, the head coach of the PNG Hunters. I'm so glad that he's actually joining us in the studio here tonight. Matthew Church, head coach PNG Hunters, he joins us here tonight, not via Zoom, but live in person. Coach Church, wow, welcome to Papua New Guinea again, and welcome on Sports Scene.
Firstly, it's good to be home, Lawrence, and secondly, it's good to meet face to face and to have this. I feel it's a lot more or less robotic.
No, I tell you, talking throughout the season and getting your reviews and previews. We just want to say a big thank you for spending that time. I'm sure it was also good as a corporate thing as well to ensure that mileage for your sponsors. But to come on every week as the head coach, thank you for that.
No worries. I was happy to provide those insights into our season for 2021.
All right. Now, let's get straight into it. We don't have much time, as we've been told by our beautiful producer and director. 2021, how's your, just a couple of words of the recap there.
Yeah, look, I think that our season 2021 was where I expected us to fit. You know, with a lot of inexperienced guys living away from home.
Yeah.
So we kind of finished where I thought we would on the table, knowing that there were improvements that we can build on for 2022.
Yep. No, absolutely. I think you'll be definitely better for it 2022. You recently appointed Stanley Tepend on your coaching roster there. How's that going to work with Paul Lighton?
Yeah, beautiful. Stan's come in. He's been a seamless transition. He's really leaning into his role. Nice. Wanting to learn, asked a lot of questions, which is good from my point of view. Yeah, he's been a great addition. I've wanted to work with Stan in my lifetime as a Hunters coach, so it's good that we can finally make that happen.
All right, Coach. We spoke earlier on, just off camera. Fourth week into training, you had the bigger squad. You've already trimmed it down. You mean business, huh?
Yeah, we're not mucking around in 2022. We've got to deliver on results. I've got to drive higher standards, and we're seeing that all the staff and players are really leaning in. It's been a giant leap forward for our program in 2022.
Now, what's the plan? You break soon, and then you'll come back again the start of next year?
Yeah, look, we'll break at the end of December for I think it's the 22nd.
Yep.
Come back in the first week of January, around the 4th. And then about 4 weeks later, we'll relocate to Queensland to start our preparations for 2022.
All right, Church, now, before we end off, any bolters you think? Anyone you've seen that have, like, oh, wow, he's really come of age, or everyone sort of still going by, what you see?
Yeah, look, we've got a number of returning players, second year or third year players, Sylvester Namo.
Yep.
Emmanuel Wano, who are really leaning in there, doing a lot of coaching. Some first-year players like Francis Kembis and Big Anthony Warrett from the Cutters. They are winning all of our conditioning, and they're our front rowers. So that's a great start for our guys.
All right, Church. Before you go, I'll give you this opportunity now to. I'm sure you want to thank our fans out there, and just your partners that you want to say a very Merry Christmas to. Yeah.
Okay. Well, firstly, I'd like to say a happy, safe, and Merry festive season, I guess, to everyone in PNG. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank SP, our naming rights sponsor, all of our other sponsors, our stakeholders, DFAT, who played a valuable part in getting us to Queensland in 2021. Yep. We look forward to a 2022, bringing you better results. We want to become the first relocated team to make the final series. So we're hoping to do that ahead of the Warriors and the Fiji Silktails.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Church, and Merry Christmas to you.
Yeah, thank you. Same to you.
All right. That's Matthew Church, head coach of the SP PNG Hunters, and we wish them all the best in season 2022. I'm sure we'll definitely catch up with them in the new year. All right. We'll take a short time out now, and we'll be back with more on Sports Scene.
Welcome back. You're watching Sports Scene. I hope you've enjoyed the last few minutes here on Sports Scene. Unfortunately, time has caught up with us. Lawrence, time has also caught up with us.
Yeah.
For the season on Sports Scene.
Wow, I can't believe that. Huh?
45 weeks.
45 weeks of nothing but sports. Every Thursday night, coming to your living room, or maybe you sit down or stop lo taka box. People like talk tripla good night, and thank you so much for joining us right throughout the year. It's been a wonderful journey. I gotta say, 45 shows. Wow, that's amazing.
Christmas is just around the corner.
You okay there? Again, I mean, it's something missing.
Christmas is around the corner.
So
let's not talk about the nose.
Oh, okay.
I'm just, this is for the benefit of our viewers. They might not recognize me, as I mentioned earlier.
So
COVID-19 is still real.
Yeah.
I hope you all take extra care during this festive season. So many other accidents do happen as well, so take care during this time. Lawrence,
I think
what's your plan?
Yeah,
I know you're going on leave.
I'll be on leave. I'll probably definitely be out on the beach somewhere. But of course, right throughout the country, there's obviously Christmas sporting festivals that will happen. The COVID is still there. It'll always be with us. We got to learn to live with it. and more dangerous when it's in crowds. Huh?
Yeah.
Not in crowds, but more dangerous when you are in crowds. So
right.
just ensure to sanitize and do all those nuclear passing measures that are out there.
All right, so that's about it. Look, our Facebook page will be still active. We will still be sharing content online as well. So please, if you have content that you would like to share with us, please call us on 312-9229 and ask for Lawrence, myself, or our new producer for 2022, Suli. Yes, we will get to introduce him much later on. But yeah, you can also email sports@emtv.com.pg, or you can message the Facebook page, Sports Scene Facebook page, and leave your story tip or some pictures if you want to share with us with some caption, and leave your full name and at least your email address or your phone number as well. So if we need more confirmation, we can get right back to you. That's about it.
Yep.
I'm ready to leave.
Yeah.
Lawrence, that's it.
Thank you so
much. Merry
much.
Christmas to all of you. Take care out there. Have a prosperous new year. And we will see you in Feb of 2022. Bye for now.
See ya.
Bye for 2021.
New game.
And I thank you for, giving that vibe, giving that blue vibe, giving that support. Thank you so much.
Man, okay. PNG NRLC, and there you go. Blues versus Maroons, bring it on. I say bring it on. Sunday, big match in Suncorp Stadium, which is the route to 600, somewhere around there.
Suncorp is a village in Kerama.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, wow.
Place Bloemipla lo Cape Town. So Suncorp, it is our home ground. It is going to be very tough for you Blues to win. Let me make this very clear, all right? When we win on Sunday, this will be our studio. Next
Okay.
Thursday, all right? This will be our studio next when we win on Sunday. Okay, we're going into the studio for Sports Scene. Thank you, Daryl. All right, let's do this. Are we ready, guys? Are we ready to get the show on the road?
Of course.
All right.
Hi.
Oh, I didn't bring a flag though.
And that's why they lost this. Although some people are celebrating a not so great win from last night. Lawrence, how was your night last night?
Man, I tell you what, Dini, a very big good evening to everyone. And wow, Maroons, we saved face. Congratulations on the series win.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Jeez, that was so hard. That was
Capture
so
this
hard.
Moment.
It was
Capture
just.
this moment.
I don't want to.
Big good night and God bless. Take care.
No worries, bro. Listen, take care. Hopefully we see you back here. And look, all the best. Again, we're so very proud of your efforts. And well done on a great season.
Thank you. Can't wait to come back home, hopefully.
Really starstruck. Okay, yes, I was. And, I'm happy to say that I've got his number now. And, we try and communicate.
Yeah, don't disturb him.
I won't disturb him.
No. Okay.
Like when the game's on, do I say
no,
after the game, can I give my comments to him, like say,
no.
J.O., good luck game? Or...
I suggest you don't. No, coach, no thank you.
Oh, jeez.
Okay,
right.
so
Oh my gosh.
And should I stay like this and say good night? No. Okay. All right. Okay. Wow. This has been another episode of Sports Scene. We will see you same time, same place. Bye for now.
Good night.